We should be reaching this prison of the gentleman in the metal domino soon. And I'll be. Jonathan? Jonathan, it's not you. How'd you escape? Bryan, thank down, you're alive! Jonathan, how did you escape? With the help of my father. My late father. Your father David is dead? I always thought I would kill him for turning Dun worshipper. For falling in with the destroyer. He had captured him too. Bryan and his former allies of Thomas and the Destroyer. Knowing how quick you are, Bryan, I'm sure you know they are both here. But even worse, Wendell is here. Wendell? The great-grandson of the first murderer himself? The same. My father and I hatched a plan to escape and find you, so we could return to rescue the others. On the way out, Wendell came upon us. You know how that monster is, Bryan. No weapon of mortal making can slay him. The last thing my father ever said to me was, "I'll hold him off. Find Bryan." He attacked Wendell with his bare hands, and the last thing I heard was my father's screams as the vile beast ripped my father asunder. Jonathan, I'm so sorry. When I saw him in our prison, I tried to strangle him. Today is my father's death day and my birthday. I'm 20 years old. Isn't it wonderful? I lost my father on my 20th birthday. He sacrificed himself so I might live and find you. I don't blame you for all of this. I only blame Dun for existing, for turning my father away from Down's light. It just isn't fair. I'll give you some time until you are ready to lead the way. Ah. Going for a swim, Bucephalus? I'd join you. If I wanted to. Something the matter, Atali? Bryan, who is this man? How do you know him? Atali, Jonathan the Green has been my best friend since we were 8 years old, even though we've known each other longer than that. And who is this Wendell? Is he truly the great-grandson of the first murderer? Cain's spouse, Avon, was his sister, meaning their son Hanok was a product of incest. Then there was Hanok's son, Irid, by an unknown mother, and there was Irid's son, Mahujaun, by an unknown mother, and then there was Mahujaun's son, Methuzaun, and then there was Methuzaun's son, Lamech. Technically, he is Lamech's grandson, but it takes less time to just say he is Cain's grandson. But Lamech had no sons, only daughters. Who was his father? I'm not sure how comfortable you'd be with being about this being talked about, but Wendell's mother defied an Intranek king, and from that vile act, Wendell was born. From what I've heard, he doesn't exactly look human. More like a result of a mating of beast and person. His mother being the beast, his father being the person. If Wendell is here, and I don't know how I can defeat him. This sword is of mortal making. And I do not think I could defeat Wendell with my bare hands. From what I hear, he's 12 feet tall. You don't need to help, Atali. I'm just helping Bucephalus out. Come on. No. On out. Oh, come on, you clumsy beast. His father torn asunder by Wendell. David, you shall be avenged. For one, you were my enemy of a time. For a time, I mean. You found redemption. And for that, I will not let your death be in vain. I've been found. And now it's time to rescue our friends. And when it's all done, Wendell will be a memory. Well, thank goodness Jonathan had a lead and a fence post handy. Otherwise, you'd be wandering about right now, Bucephalus. What was that? Atali, stay here or come with me. Actually, I think Bucephalus is company enough for Jonathan, so come with me. A sword and a pedestal. My father, Martin the Dragon, pulled a sword from a tree that no one else could. Can this pedestal and this sword be the same thing for me? It is a frost broadsword, like... Atali? What's the matter? You know of that tomb, don't you? The one by your dwelling? But it is entirely possible you might not know who it belonged to. You may have been there long before anyone else was. The armor looked like it had seen its better days 90 years ago. And the banner. It was the symbol of the Carthagers. One of them anyway. A red cross and a red dragon. My grandfather, Carthage the Hammer, married a woman named Marlene the Weaver, whose father was Charles the Conqueror. And it is said that Charles, when he went conquering, could it be possible that Charles' banner could have been what would have become the banner of the Carthagers? Was that my great-grandfather's tomb? And whose sword is this? I saw no name on... I saw no wounds that had... Usually a sword with a name has wounds upon the blade, and there are wounds upon this one. Trodai. In the language of my people, the Instranak, that means warrior. And the art of the warrior is not to kill, but to defend against the forces of evil. And that is exactly what I shall do. I shall defend against the forces of evil. With Trodai in hand. This is a new day, and I have a feeling that with this weapon, Wendell will no longer be a threat. And as for you, Atali, I worry about you. I know we have only known each other for a few days, but I feel that my great-great-grandmother Fane, the goddess of love, has chosen us to be together. And thus I want you to... This isn't a proposal, it's... I want you to... find somewhere safe as me and Jonathan go to rescue our friends.